Is it live? It says it's live. I should be live. Hello everybody. Welcome to the challenge stream. We're gonna be doing a challenge as usual. It's a Sunday. So challenge stream or feedback stream. Today is a challenge stream. What we're going to be doing is choosing between two different samples and then using one of them to make a track. What I want to see is how different people use different samples to actually make their track. Stream Advance bot is running. That's usually the confirmation that you guys can hear me. So welcome. I'm going to turn on the timer here. This is wrong. Start. In 10 minutes, we will be starting the challenge. I am going to share the samples so that you guys can listen and compare and see which one you want to use. Obviously, it's in the challenge info right here. We have sample 1 and sample 2 provided by Klaus today. So that's what we're going to be working with. You have to choose one of the two samples and then you have to make a track out of it. I'm going to post my announcement. There we are. Hello Klaus. Thanks for providing the samples today. I'll quickly play the samples so you guys can hear it. This is sample 1. I should plug in my headphones. That's a nice sample, and this is sample 2. Hello FG, hello Bass Monk, hello Sai. How are you guys all doing? Welcome to the challenge. Tanka Trains also here. So you can hear two different styles, two different samples to work with. It's interesting to see which sample people are going to use most and how the different tracks are going to sound depending on the sample that they've chosen. So you can choose your samples already, you can import them, you can play with them, but you cannot start yet with the challenge. Obviously there's still 8 minutes left for people to join in, and then we'll all start together. There will be 3 hours as always, so that we have enough time to produce whatever we want. And then at the end, we will all listen to it. Today, what I want to do is I want to say that for the submissions, you have to tell me which of the samples you used for the submission. But that's something we can go over later as well when we start submitting stuff. I think I can close this off now. And here. How much time? It's going to be 3 hours of production, and then we'll listen to all of the results. So the stream time is about 4 hours, depending on the amount of submissions that we get. If there's many people joining in, then it's obviously going to take a little bit longer to listen. I also like to discuss different things, different producers. Online cheaters exposed right off the bat, more cowbells. Yes, maybe. Maybe. You can do with it whatever you want. At the end of the day, it's all up to you. They are both in G. That doesn't, by the way, mean that you have to produce in G. You can pitch it around if you want to, if you have a different key that you're more comfortable in. I kind of like G sharp and A sharp. Those are the two keys that I usually work in. Sometimes I'll go for G, but I like G sharp a little bit more. That's just a little bit higher. What is the goal? The goal is to produce a track. What I like to do with the challenges is to give you like a starting point for production. So I give you these samples, and then you can take the next 3 hours to start producing a track, hopefully get creative with it, and then at the end of the stream you'll have a submission for me, but also projects that you can take the sample out again and then play around with and replace the sample and then use as an actual production. Unless Klaus says that you can actually use the samples in your production, but that's up to him. He provided the samples, he made the samples, so he owns the copyright. He did give me the permission to use them for the stream, but we didn't talk about actually you stream while we do this track. Everybody makes their own production. So I am going to make a production. I'm going to, play around with the sample and do the production. And you guys can also do the productions and join in. Yes, exactly. So it's a challenge that you guys can participate in. If you're currently not in my Discord server, how long should the snippet be? There is no limitation. Last time I produced a full mixed master track in the 3 hours. I don't know if that's going to happen again. Maybe it will. But we also had people who spend a lot of time on like a very detailed production of like 1 minute, or even shorter if you just decide to make like a small drop or something like that. To be honest, I don't like to give limitations, right? Because this is, at the end of the day, I'm using these challenges for you guys as a jumping off point for more creativity. So you just do whatever you want to do. Are the clips? Yes, the clips are on my Discord. Exclamation point challenge to be sent to the Discord server to get the samples in challenge info, and in 4 minutes we will start. So these two are the samples that we're using today. What I also want to quickly do is this, so that I know that that's what we're using. Klaus, I said, because you gave me the samples, what I usually do is I ask people to delete the samples and not use them if they're going to release the productions, if I'm providing my own samples. But if you agree with it, then obviously I don't have to ask it. If you give permission to everybody to give out the samples for their actual productions, then obviously they don't have to do that, and they can leave it in there like final production and can just continue with it. Of course I give permission. Okay, so that's nice. I personally, I don't know. I might be doing that as well, but when I usually provide samples, I just like to use them for the challenge as a jumping off point and not like a final point. But if you're okay with it, then that's okay. So 2 more minutes, make sure that you get the sample. You have to choose one of them. You cannot use both of them. Just use one as your starting off point and play around with it however you want. Do with it whatever you want. But choose one of the two. Either sample 1 or sample 2. This is my gift to you and the chat. If you like it, use it. Very nice. Very nice. Then we will. I still need to make the account for all of these, for all of the tracks that I want to release that I made in the challenges. I also quickly wanted to talk about last stream. I don't know if he's here. I don't want to butcher the name. Ionic, last stream, sent me a tip of $50 through Super Chat. Now, I cannot see Super Chats yet but I've disabled super chats for now because I do believe that from super chats 50% gets taken by YouTube, and from my Streamlabs donations, links down below, and tip as well, the exclamation point tip for that, I don't pay any fees. I believe I just pay a subscription to Stream Elements, and that's how they make money from me. But I don't think that I pay any fees, or maybe like 1% or something very, very small. For YouTube, it's 50% because it's like, or like 45, 55, something like that, because it's using the normal advertiser split. Which, yes, that's a lot. I having that go through super chat instead of the normal tip just made it so that it changes. It just takes half my money, which I don't want, right? So for now, that's what it says in like my, how does it say it? My expected revenue. Because YouTube calculations, it takes like 90 days for the calculations to actually come through, so I still have to check if this is just like a quick calculation that it just does for the analytics, or if it's actually just taking all that money. But that means that for now, temporarily, super chats are disabled, and I will only accept donations through the Stream Elements, which I know is just going to work. And then if all of that gets light up, once I get the actual payout of that specific donation, I can actually check. Okay, so I hope everybody has their sample complete, everybody has everything loaded in, and we can start the challenge. So I'm going to go to my desktop. I want to use sample 1, is the one that I settled on. First want to consolidate this. No Malogify yet. Yeah, he's late. Hello, Mindbee. How are you doing? What I want to start with is making an intro baseline. And I'm going to do that by just getting a sampler. Or simpler. I hate this. Okay, you just have a little part here. Why is the crossfade not fading? Huh? Crossfade. I have my live enhancement suite turned off still. There we are. Equalizer. B0, B minus 1. So we can go up 13. 14 actually. I think. Which key am I playing? Am I playing C1? C3. Okay, so we need to pitch this sample up 2 more. Just another equalizer to get a little bit more sub bass. And now we have an intro bass. Let's see what happens if I just pitch this up. I didn't want to just use the sample like this. I think that's a little bit cheap, but maybe we can do some cool stuff with it. So I've pitched it up 1 semitone. I want to remove this here. Let's take this part here. Let's just isolate those little plugs. Okay, I want a little bit of extra high end on this. Erosion. It's not a sample for us to use. The ambulance. Yeah, you can do anything with the sound, whatever you want. Actually, I want to use the quality kicks one. These. Go like this. You can also add other things. You don't have to make everything from the sample, of course. Here I can use my bass patch. I want to see how my bass reacts to triplets. Instrument rack, auto bass. There we are. Ambulance ambience. Yes, exactly. I have to set this to triplets. 1/8 triplet, I think. And I want this off so that it's just going to take the first one. And then Control 3, I want to just cut the kick like this. I guessed wrong. With triplets here, you always have to guess the exact length, but it's this. There we are. Okay. Why is this so loud? I don't remember this batch being too loud. Strange. Is this tuned correctly? Ah, it's a little bit too high. But not like a whole, I guess like 50 semitones-ish. I'm feeling a little bit like a he art kind of feel. That's what I want to go for today. So I'm going to make another base layer for like the mid-range. Am I drinking beer right now? No. I'm just having some Pepsi. I think this is a little bit too open sounding. Let's set up a volume modulation here. This is gonna go LFO2, LFO2. I have a hunch for Santa's. Where's my effing gift? Free VSTs. I don't have free VSTs. Where would I find free VSTs? There's a video on my channel. But I'm doing a challenge now, if that's what you're interested in. Maybe I've removed a little bit too much mid-range here. Okay, let's add some drums. Where be my drums? Here. Hey, you just joined the stream. Where do I download the sample from? The sample you can get from here. Sample 1 or sample 2. You can choose either one of them and use that for your track. Okay, this one goes here then. I want to layer on a... Yeah, let's go with this one, and then let's just leave it like this, very low. Lower still. Go like minus 12 on this. Okay, let's do an LFO tool. Strange. I wanted this part to be like higher pitched sounding. Let's try like a frequency shifter on here. Shifter. Got it, and there's 2 hours and 44 minutes left. Yes, yes. Coca or Pepsi or cheap imitation? Pepsi. Hey, this... I was just hoping for some mid-range from this. Or not. Okay, we go here again, we get a... I want a clap, not a snare. Let's go for like a kind of traditional dance clap here. Drums, claps, main claps. Yeah, that's kind of the most traditional version. This one is not what I want. I think there's one in the volume 3 of the Cashmere pack. I like to use the Cashmere pack. It's nice for these kind of things. Regular claps and then... something like this. Maybe I'm a little bit too fast here. Let's go... like this. What is your headphones model? Because mine broke. It's the Sennheiser HD 280 Pro, I think. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. Let me... Yes, 280 Pro, 64 ohm. They're not good headphones, by the way, so don't worry about it. Okay. Next item here. To be honest, I'm just going to produce. I'm not reading chat too much, because this is not like an interactive stream, right? It's a challenge. Nice. I want to make a plug here for some kind of ARP. Okay. For anybody who's just joining in, you can still participate in the stream ! challenge to join in. There's 2 samples in the Discord, and you can use one of them to make your track. And then at the end, we'll submit our tracks, we'll listen to them, and then we'll see with the different sample styles what kind of tracks come out of each of them. Actually, I can use plugs from here, maybe. I think I want to do... I'm going very much inspired by He Art's sound. Something like this. Go like this. It's like a budget art kind of remake. I don't know. It's not really inspiring me right now, if I'm gonna be honest. Maybe what I need to do is find a good vocal for the start, or right from the start. I think I might just go for like one of these Tuvan group things, which is kind of like my classic go-to vocal if I need something quick. Maybe let's go for the individual ones. Kind of the standard one that I like to use. I might not actually have this here, actually. I don't know, it's lacking a little bit of power for me, the sound. Something like this I want to do. I actually need to make these notes a little bit shorter, otherwise we're getting extra clicks. I think like this should be good. Okay, then we can duplicate this, boom, 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 like that. Okay, what can we do here? Okay, we take this thing, we go 1, 2, 3, and 1. We have to put a lead on top of this. Let's go with like a... like a gritty kind of lead, I suppose. Maybe some FM. That's a bit too strong, I guess. Maybe half. Here we are. Is that in triplets or am I? It's not. This needs to be triplets, this needs to be triplets. Now it is. I think with triplets you can just go like this. Like that, and I think if I turn the macro all the way down we get like that. And we can play with this, add some more tones to it, add some more changes. Okay, let's, so there's 3 in between there. Let's add another one here and do a little roll. Add the vocal here as well. think I want the change in here. We can Control C this one. I'd need to just, it's not really dawning on me, this track, to be honest. It's not really working for me. But that's the same that I got from the last one, if you remember. And then in the last challenge I made the whole track. Might be cool to see if we can isolate that one sound there. Let's first try it in an audio track. Let's go EQ. Delay Lama vibes, yes. Very much. Okay, we kind of get a nice sound from that. And use this. I want to take the whole track and shift it over a bit because it's actually a little bit short in the intro. I like me some nice long intros. So we're gonna go like this. I guess what we can do is something like this. I'll take this sound. I think there's no automation on this. Nope. Okay, so we can just double the length. I want to add a pad to this, which we should be able to just take from the sample as well. I think we can just take something like this and just kind of like loop it. Let's try phase plant. I want to create a new audio track temporarily. Place this on it. Go like this. I think if I just open up my phase plant, go sampler and then prop clip, I can just drag it in here. Yes, perfect. Can then unison it. Let's have a listen. Is there a way to make them all start from a different spot? Art. No. There's no way for each voice to start at a different position, I think. So this is probably the smoothest way to do it. Hello, Hardwick. Sorry for maybe not saying your name. Maybe I did, maybe I just forgot, but I'm in a challenge, so I'm trying to be concentrated today. Okay, let's take that and let's play around with it with some filters, add some different movement to it. We shall add an ensemble. Add a chorus as well, for some width. And then a reverb. I really just want to wash out this tone completely. Oh yeah, I need to set this to the macro, obviously. Like so. I hope this is in key, actually. I should have checked. Maybe let's check. E. E1. Why is this not in key? If it's in E, then it's F, F sharp, G, G sharp, plus 4. That doesn't really do anything. Ah, I need to change the root, G sharp. Now it's 0 if I go one lower. Yeah, no, I want them one. Like this. Okay, let's take one more part of this one, put it here, this on. This one goes low, this one goes low. Actually don't want to use this here either. It's a bit of a mess, this particular automation, I can see. Musical, how are you doing? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Okay, what I want to do is I want to record one of these hits so that we can use the reverse reverb from it. So that's this one. I should not be using delay for this. I should be using like a big reverb. Let's go Cloud Seed. Cloud Seed is very good. I butchered it. Murksel. Maybe get an easier to pronounce name. I'm sorry, dude. Okay, this seems to like high end a lot. Okay, there we have it. Let's normalize this. I think I want to switch these two around and then just keep normal baseline here. Let's actually go not like this. Okay, I want to start making one-shots. So the way that I'm going to do that is from the sample and take my one-shot maker, rack, and then we'll record a few different one-shots from this. This always gives good quality one-shots, at least for any sounds that I put through it up until this point. So I'm kind of expecting this also to just work. It is coming through. Is there a way for me? Ah, yes. Still coming through even though the filter is completely closed. I'm also using the distortion. Let me just this. Add this after our compressor. And then I can make something that closes like so. Yeah, and then we get okay. Now I have a bunch of different synths we can play around here. Hello Alex, how are you doing? Hello Tenka. Welcome to the challenge. I hope that you guys are participating. Maybe it's a bit late, but still might be interesting to join in. Why does this not have the nice high end there? I don't know. Let's just keep it simple here. Let's quickly move this in the right area. Mute this, listen here. Okay. You can make some variations here by taking a few more audio tracks and just putting this in here. There and like there. I guess I can unwarp and pitch up. This pitched up. Let's format shift this up. Can you set your background to a lighter color? I just a little bit, I can see the waveforms. I mean, it's should just show it, right? It shouldn't make that big of a difference. This is, to be honest, I personally just like dark themes. So I'm gonna stick with the dark theme. Because I am the one that has to look at it all the time. Not on your screen. Well, maybe then you can up the thing of your screen then. feel like this is still a bit... Right, and I want some... Let's go modulation force on here. I think single band. Like that. That's nice sounding. I want reverb on here, very small reverb. Don't like the sound of that one. I want a warmer reverb. Maybe piano verb works well for this. Not really working. Reverb. Charm verb maybe has something nice. I think I want to have this one here, because then it also starts or ends here. The throat sound is sounding great. How do you do that? It's an Omnisphere patch. It's 2 Van Mil Drone 1 from the factory library. Let's actually delete this, 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 and this. And let's make some more sounds out of the samples. It's too short to actually show the fades here. Okay, let's take the same processing chain here and just duplicate that on this one. Nice. I think I'll delete this from here, this one here. Okay, I want one more drop segment, I think. I do need to know what I want to do here. Probably like this, and then staying with the like melody. I think it's time for another vocal there again. I want to see if I can find a drum loop here for this. The Cashmere pack has good drum loops. Main. Percussion loops. Let's see if I can make these triplets. Triplet grids. 1/8. Quantize. Let's just take a few of them and just like put them in between, so that we have a copy, I guess. Here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Have a nice little fill there. I wanted another one to use as like a fill. We can use this here. Triplet grids, 1/8. I guess I could just move these all like backwards. Okay, let's add. I like that. I'm going to go one more kick and base here. key this is in. Mainly F sharp, so I can basically just pitch this up to right. One more, I guess. Now it's too high. I guess that's the one, right? Then, so this is E. That's nice. Add a little bit of echo. Nice, we're starting to get there in terms of theme, in terms of idea. Let's make this track a little bit more interesting with some automations like this. I'm actually fairly tired today. I want to try something here. If I take this one now and go like this. I think I have a different one that I want to use. Samples alls in this one. This is my oldest sample pack, and it's just a collection of sounds that came with a bunch of remakes of popular tracks from FL. This is a nice one. Okay. -5 on this. I don't like this first sound. I would like to change this one. The other ones sound nice. Maybe just a bit loud. That sounds a lot better, just having it as an impact. I think I like that more. Okay. Let's see, beats. That's of course too long. Of course I need to do triplet thing. Okay, let's consolidate this into one thing. And go up one more. And here too. Get a nice little extra sound, I guess, and we can use that as well as one of the sounds in here. I just want a little bit more one-shots. This sounds strange. Because we did all of that pitching, it's just not sounding good. What I can do is just... What happens if I just pitch this one up? Aha, nice. I like those. Those sound nice. Okay, that, and let's take that one over here as well. We have some one shots now. I still have 1.5 hours. I do want to do some more with this, but I don't know really what. Maybe I'll make one more drop segment here. Can make some atmospheres for these two parts and like here and the break. I guess we'll do that. That's always nice. Omnisphere. I always go for Omnisphere with my atmospheres. Can go in something like Abandoned, which is a cool patch to start off with. Sounds like this. Oh. Can play one long note maybe. Over multiple octaves. This one, let's record that. That's a little bit loud. Let's go with a fade in. And then I'll put it on its own audio track So we can, I don't know, put this like here. And then we can make the next one. To keep the vibe going, I just go sound match and find something in here. Let's go maybe Nepal. Let's see. I like that. Okay. This one gets its own audio track. Let's say that we place this here. I'm just kind of like randomly arranging them, but I'll put them in a group so that I can go like this. And then we'll put a very big, very drawn out echo on it. And if we now fill up this group with atmospheres, the same way we have the rest, you get basically one long evolving, morphing atmosphere feeling. And they are all going to sound the same because you're using sound match to record your sounds, right? So let's go Glow 2, for example. See what Glow 2 sounds like if it fits our theme. I like that. Let's record that. J, put this to 0, put it in here, and say that we place that there. Go to the next one. I kind of just go by the name. There's not really a science to it. Zero again. Now, for example, we have this. What I'm actually going to do is duplicate over this here, like so, and I move this here, and I move all of this backwards 4 bars. We can make 2 more main atmospheres, and then we can fit them within here, within these other 2, right? 1, 2. These will be our first 2. And then we'll do a 3rd and a 4th. And then that fills in basically all these segments here. Each little segment is going to have its own pad, where we have these smaller ones. When I say smaller ones, these quieter ones kind of alternating, and then a unique one over top every like darker part. We need 2 more. yearning for. Let's have a listen. Let's add a nice fade like this. Davius, how are you doing? We're doing challenges today. This one goes there. And then we'll do one more. Let's go like dusk 5 or dawning. That sounds cool. For this one, I'm going to disable this one and then enable this one. So we get like... Maybe that highest one is a bit too bright here. Okay, so this will be the final one. It looks very similar to this one in waveform. But I know for a fact that it's not the same. So that's good. Either way, let's have a listen to our atmosphere now. Good, thanks. How about you? I'm doing fine. A bit tired, but we're having fun with the challenge here, so that's good. What's the challenge? We have two different samples, sample 1 and sample 2. You choose one of the samples and made a track out of it. You can use any other material as always. I don't like to restrict. Too tiring. Okay, here I want some extra sounds in here. Maybe also in here. Okay, let's go like this. Just like a simple squelch thing. Looking for a saw stab. That can also be interesting. Okay, let's try to spice up this track with a lot of effects. That's really what we're missing now. Yeah, let's go here. Maybe go with like a war horn, for example. Okay, I'm gonna move this whole track forward one beat like that, up like that. Actually, I should move all of this so that it's arranged perfectly here. Hello? Like that. Now Control L. I can make a MIDI clip here. I think it's like this. Hello? Let's add a choir here. Because I feel like it's a little bit barren. This note can be a little bit lower in velocity, maybe. There's one note in here. It's a C5. I also don't want that one in there. Nice. Let's get like a noise riser. Why is this +2? That's not what we want. Sounding good. I like this. Exhaust and noise effects. I want the longest one. This one, yes, nice. Reverse. And then we'll add auto filter for the nice sweeping effect. This one there as well. And on this one I want to throw a nice long ping pong delay. Let's quickly have a look at what this is sounding like. At the waveform, of course. Do some mixing in the meanwhile. I can layer out this. My sidechain trigger. I think I need like a riser like here. We could just try this one. to go in transition material. There should be risers in here as well. Let's put this on a new one. Hello Asset, how are you doing? Second crash is an impact crash. Still 1 hour left for the challenge. Need a short break. I think I'm also going to take a quick break. I won't do it like the other times that I'm just away for 10 minutes. Because obviously there's a timer, but I do need to refresh a little bit. And I'm almost done with this part here. I would say that this is a pretty finished segment, a pretty finished track. What I'll do after the break is just master it, I guess, and do some like final transitions and stuff like that. I'll save this. Ooh, spoilers. Spoilers for tutorials. I'm going to make a new folder for challenges. This is the challenge of 12/02/2023. Delete. I don't think there's any benefit to keeping the files unless you plan on using them in a different project. I'll put on this track here, that you guys have something to listen to while I'm gone. Bit of a shorter track as well, I think. Should be, at least. I don't know, I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I'll be back before it's finished either way. So I'll take a quick break. The timer is still up. I think I can just pull up on the text here. That's not going to overlap it. But yeah, I'll be right back, and then I'll do a few more transitions, mastering this, and then obviously we get to all of the submissions.
Tie your digital persona to your actual physical. person by integrating technology into your body. As I'm giving you a digital voice.
Glad to see that you're enjoying this track as well. I think this bass line worked out really well for me in this production. And I feel like it's a little bit darker, even though the key is like the same. I think it's G sharp still, or maybe F sharp. But it feels like a D sharp track to me, in terms of the like depth and the weight that it has. I don't know if it's properly mixed yet. Maybe it has too much sub and that's why it's doing that. Turned off my face cam again. It happens all the time when I get back from a break that I turn off my face cam by accident, because what happens is I press space to stop playing this track, and then instead it highlights OBS because I just turned on all the elements again, and then with space you just turn off one of them, which is the face cam. Okay, so I'm not really in a hurry anymore. I think this will be just my entry for the challenge. What I want to do is I want to listen to transitions and fills, record, and then we go into mastering. Hello Glip, how are you doing? Glip. Jylop. Thinking of just removing these elements here. That's the last like idea thing I will do. Again, a reminder for all of the viewers, you don't have to master it. If you have the time, then you can, obviously. But it's not a requirement for the challenge. I just like to do it because I have time left. Okay, I think I want to have this here. Oh, that's too far forward. This needs to be here. Okay, and then we'll add the impact on top. Sorry if my samples are not inspiring you enough. I'll try to do better next time. The fuck are you talking about? Are you listening to the track here? Doesn't it sound good? Synth is doing some crazy stuff looking at the spectrum. How did they make this? There's some strange stuff going on in the synth when you look at the spectrum here. Look, there's like, I think it's actually better to show right here. There's this one peak that just kind of stays there, and then there's the few peaks that are like moving around. They're not all moving. I think there's like a little bit of clickiness going on as well. Yes, it's definitely something that has to do with the phaser, but you would expect all of the peaks to kind of move around. What I think is happening, maybe, is that the zero square is such a strong distortion that it's generating aliasing peaks, so they are moving like the other way. You can see a few of them are moving up and the other ones are moving like down, almost. They're kind of like going like this. And I think it's the zero square creating aliasing, which is then heavily amplified by the compressor. I think that's what's happening. We could test that theory. If we do it like this, we should not have it. That's strange, because I would expect that the phaser would just have peaks that are like... Or is it like this? If I turn this... it's probably stereo. It's probably like stereo like this. If you oversample more, then it should maybe go away. I kind of like that. Let's go. Honestly, I don't hear a difference. I don't think my theory was correct. I think it's because this is the phaser is a stereo phaser and we have it 180 degrees offset, so it's like moving like this, if that makes sense. Which is interesting. I never noticed that, but that's the default way that the phaser opens in Serum, with like 180 degrees. So it's always been there. I've just never seen that on a spectrum like this. Let's make this synth a little bit more powerful. Give it a bit of distortion. I think I want to have a little bit of OTT on this. And then saturate it. Nice and loud. That's 66, we want that to be 50. So I'm just going to frequency shift this down 16 hertz. Hopefully that's not too loud now. We have half an hour left. I'm gonna go into mastering. Okay. I think I've gotten to the point where my mastering chain is always the same and I'm just able to do it fairly quickly. I think it's like this and then like that. We go free clip. Let's set this to like -4. Let's record the master version. Let's. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit too loud. Let me know if it's too loud now that it's mastered. I have to turn down the track on my, or the volume on my end of my speakers, but if it's too loud in the stream as well, then I can turn it down as well there. It might be a little bit too loud going into the drums there. How can we fix that? Hopefully this just 1.5 dB is enough to just slightly lower it and get the quieter volume going in here. I think the sub bass is maybe a bit too loud. This sub bass also, I never mixed it. I probably should, right? First of all, let's go another EQ. What I want to do is mid sides, and then on the sides, just get rid of the this and bring this up. Like that. That's a nice bass line. This is clipping. Where would that be clipping? Or is that in the master chain? That might be the master chain that making it clip because the compressor isn't engaging fast enough here. Yeah, you see here it's already better than here. You can see this is, you see the clipping right here and here. That little bit, there we have some clipping right there. Maybe the distortion. In the patch, the distortion is used for volume shaping. So this distortion isn't doing actual distortion. You can see it's always linear or less, right? So it's not going to increase the volume. Why is it still post-stringing? You shouldn't be post-stringing. I made you specifically not to do that. I don't think there's any... Oh, I forgot to set the sidechain filters to in. Here. There's still a little bit of a nasty click in it. Sometimes clipping sounds good, yeah, but not on the bass specifically. But that was something that has to do with the mastering. I could tell that it's the compressor not turning on fast enough, or boost not turning on fast enough. It's set to 10 milliseconds. That should be okay. Boost should not distort from the way that it's designed. I talked to the guy that made it. He said that this, like, digital clipping like we saw here shouldn't be possible with boost. The way that its algorithms are working. And it's not like I'm doing crazy amounts of boosting. I just basically, it opened up on the default settings and I told it to do oversampling and true peak. And I think that's it. Maybe turn off the emphasis. We still, I think it might be that this can be a bit sharper. I think that's okay. I need a text-to-wave online website. Well, I don't know about online websites, but I know that Vital has a text-to-speech engine. Text-to-wave, whatever. Have an idea, need it. Type it into Google Translate and then use that and record that. GPT-3, does that do synthesis also of like speech? If Dan Worrell uses it, then it must be good, yes. if you have a quick idea, then Vital's text-to-speech is amazing. You do need like the pro version to use it, I think, a few times. You get to use it a few times in the free version, and then if you want to use it more, then you can you have to pay for it. But I prefer making wavetables from vocals in Serum personally. Serum also does text-to-speech, but that's terrible. Vital text to wave is amazing. Yeah, it's good for. I mean, I always dislike text to speech just like that, but for what it does, it's very, very good. A little bit overhyped, but promising. Definitely, definitely. And now with version 4 coming along the way, it's going to be a lot better. Because version 4 is going to significantly up the data amount that they're using, the database of all of the entries that it uses of like texts and stuff like that. Because what they can do is they can essentially take all of the messages that people have been sending to ChatGTP version 3, which is the one that's currently live, and they can use that as a data set to train on. Because those are the messages that are being sent to the chatbot are all like humans. At least we hope that they are. Otherwise you get data set poisoning. With Sim, I just make wavetables out of vocal samples, not text-to-speech. Did you know that it has a text-to-speech? Because for the longest time I didn't. It's terrible. It sounds absolutely garbage, but it's there. I think the way that you access it is you go in here and then you just type your text, I think, in here. Or is it... What's the thing? You have to type it in here, but I don't know the command.
Check it out in this video. So I have a default preset loaded up. What you're going to type, Steve Duda.
Okay, yeah, in quotation marks. This is not sounding correct. It's there. But it sounds terrible. At first I had it say hello, which was completely not understandable, and then I followed the tutorial and had it say Steve Duda. But it sounded terrible, yes. You cannot make it out. I think Google's also going to release their version of ChatGPT. Well, they have AlphaZero, which is basically their AI. But I don't remember, because I know AlphaZero is at least a chess AI. They adapted it to play chess against Stockfish, and Stockfish is like a specialized computer for chess. It's like the chess computer that all of the pros use to calculate the best moves and like train from different positions and stuff like that. And it won. And AlphaZero, I believe, is like a general purpose AI, so you can just give it a task and have it train on something. And then after you let it train for a couple of hours, then it will do it. So you can easily adapt it to whatever task you need it to do. Also being, chatbot stuff. So they already have the technologies and stuff, and that's already out there. The problem with all of the AIs is not the code itself and the power of the software itself, but the large amount of data that you need to train an AI. Because you just need a lot of data to actually get a good training set, and you need to make sure that there's no bad influences in there. Like you guys probably know about the stories of people chatting with different AIs and stuff like that, and then people turning them racist. Have you guys heard about the stories? There was Microsoft released like a chatbot on Twitter. This is a few years ago already. And the very first thing that the millennial people on Twitter decided to do is make it say very, very racist stuff. Which, obviously, Twitter being Twitter, what else did you expect? But that's something that you need to worry about. It's all about the data that you bring into it. I have a few buddies who study artificial intelligence, and they let me know all of these things. They obviously are very much into it. But they talk about there's like two things. The first one is just, having your initial data set. And the other like big problem that you're probably going to see popping up more and more and more with these AIs is that the data set that they're using is needs to be comprised of so much data that they just scalp data from all over the internet, and they start using data from other AIs. So you get this loop where AI is training more AI, and therefore you don't necessarily have it do what you want it to do in like human things. I want to build a drum sequence generator. Currently the kind of help of Alec. Would need more loops to train it on. Would I be interested? Well, when it comes to drum loop generators, what you would probably want to do is not have it generate loops, but MIDI files. You essentially create hundreds, maybe even thousands of different MIDI files of drum loops that you like. And the way that you would do that is you get your MIDI track, get your drum rack or whatever equivalent that you have. Drum rack, right? And then you would assign to each key a specialized synth. And then you can create MIDIs to which work with this. So you have your kick on C1, you have your snare on C sharp 1, you have a hat on D1, and so on and so on, and you fill up maybe like 2-3 things here, so that you have a large amount of sounds to choose from, and then you have to make hundreds, if not thousands, of MIDI files of different loops that all work for the drums that you have selected, right? And then you just have it train, make more and more and more stuff. I think Stockfish is better now than AlphaZero. Well, in 2017, the first comparison was done between Stockfish and AlphaZero, and there they had Stockfish play on, not on a server but on a single computer, while AlphaZero was on a what's it called? It's like on a server rack, so bigger, more processing power. We sent the snippets as MP3 into the contest chat or uploaded to SoundCloud. Doesn't matter, whatever is best for you. We're almost finished, by the way. It's less than 10 minutes for anybody who's still participating and still watching. Whatever works best for you, I don't really care. MP3 is a little bit lower quality. If you have Nitro, you can just share WAV files, which I will be doing now. I can export this. Save. I would train it on each track individually though. No. What you would essentially want it to do is you just want to have so many MIDI files that you include both like individual tracks and then multi-tracks, right? So that you can have it generate maybe just kick drums, or like the whole drum loop, the whole drum sequence. You would need to find a system though to categorize your data set and to let the AI know what kind of category you want. You can't just chuck in MIDI files though. Yes, you can. MIDI files are text files. You just convert them to text, and then you essentially treat it as a text generator, but your only input are MIDI files, so it's only going to generate more things that look like MIDI files. And the way that you first want to train it is first you need to let it just accept all files that actually parse into proper MIDI files. And then once you have have a success rate of proper MIDI files, you just let it go more and more, create more MIDI files that are actual MIDI files that can be accepted as MIDI files. And you have to manually check that, or write a program that checks if a MIDI file is actually valid. Once you're done with that, you can start to train it on which MIDI files do you actually like. Anyone here into chess? I am into chess only on YouTube. I look at chess content, but I don't play. That's why I would train it individually. I used to play with my grandpa a lot, but that was when I was like 12, so not with openings or stuff like that. I'm going to submit first. Oh yeah, by the way, if you have Discord Nitro, then you can submit WAV files. If you don't have that, then the files are too big to submit. Play many games per day. Nice. Did you guys see the Anarchy chess Stockfish against ChatGPT, where ChatGPT just creates new chess moves that didn't exist? Not off chess, but more the wait time between moves. Okay. It's 5 more minutes, guys. If you're already finished, then you should submit. We're going to listen to all of these together. I'm going to save this in case opening my analyzers crashes everything again. I still need to update the analyzers. It's still going to do that. Here. 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 I'm finished, so I can just leave this. It should work, right? Not yet. There it is. Okay. I'm Little Uther on Discord. I'm new to this community. Yeah, you came in here yesterday, I think, right? Saw you drop a few things into the feedback thing specifically. Sounds way cleaner. Nice, nice. Ready quit my job to go full on music. Nice. I mean, hopefully if you can afford it. That's always a prerequisite for it to be a good idea. But I'm sure you've thought more about it than I did. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, to always have something else next to it, being able to fall back on something else, right? I rendered, adjusting in Audition now. Audition, interesting. We have 1 final minute, and then the challenge is finished. My safety net is being a deckhand at sea. Oh wow, that's interesting. That's very cool. Do you do like container shipments or like yachts? Or like fishing. Ooh. So you go out at night, right? I'm from Iceland. Don't they do fishing at night with the fishing traps? Because here in Italy, they do it all at night. We will do it all the time, really. Every time I came to the coast, there were always, whatever time during the day you got there were always fishermen just washing the cages and the nets, because they do both here. They do both the like cages, which are like 2 meters by 1 meter by 1 meter thing, and they almost look like the cages from the Deadliest Catch series, but obviously I don't think they will do crab here in Italy. But they also have like nets, and they're always like cleaning them or untangling them, and then if you go at night, the whole harbor is just empty. They're all at sea, all out. Longline fishing, we put out the line in the night, and then we haul during the morning and day. Okay. I guess it's going to depend on a lot of factors like the weather or whatever. I think time is up. Yes. Everything is done. Please submit. We'll have a listen to all of the submissions here. This is where you submit. I should be seeing a few more tracks down below here. They do lots of crabs up in Norway. Hermes. That's the first submission. I'll wait a few more minutes before we start listening to all of the submissions. Just give everybody time to submit. You shouldn't be producing anymore. As long as you're maybe like rendering or something like that, then that should be good. Last time we had a lot of people submitting. I don't know this time how many people there will be. How many people are still submitting? How many people are still working on it? I know Klaus is. Right? Yes, Klaus is just adjusting some things. Okay, I'm just going to start listening and we'll see the other submissions. Hop in. Please try to be fast with the submissions. We have the first one here. This is from Gar Hermes, which I don't know what the name is in chat. We have Nicola exporting. Could you guys also tell me which of the two samples you used? This is Gar Hermes. Which of the two samples that you used? Did you use sample 1 or sample 2? If you don't remember, the samples are in challenge info. Which of these two did you use? I'm Gar Hermes. FG. Okay. Okay. Nice. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing that one right. At least. I've mispronounced a few names today, but I know that's part of it. Uploading now. Perfect. Okay, let's have a listen. I'm just going to play it. Is it loud enough? I think we can guess the sample on this one. This is the loudest as it will go for me. Before more in here. I use both samples and don't have an intro. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to snare.
That's nice. Nice fill. That was where the text-to-speech came in. Nice. Very cool atmospheres. I wasn't really a fan of the... There's two things. There's this one part where the kick just plays on its own for 4 beats. Like right in the first drop. Here. Those 4 kicks I'm not really a fan of. And I'm not a fan of the kind of complex part. I guess that would work for like a small fill or something like that, but I think it's a little bit longer. Or a little bit too long. But other than that, all of the atmospheres and all of the sound design works really well together. So overall, for like a 3-hour challenge, it's very well done. I like it. Okay, so now we have Boom Boom Bessa who cheated, which is Nicola. And my track is not so long, I have a small track. No issues. That doesn't matter. Here we have Nicola who used both samples and therefore cheated. But that's no issue. Here's the first one, the rain thing. Nice. I'm maybe hearing things kind of strangely, but is there a little bit of swing on this whole track? It feels like there's a little bit of swing on it. Maybe that's just something strange with the track. But yeah. I'm glad I'm able to catch up on that, by the way. I like it. I'm not always a fan of swing bass, but this one is very, very well executed. Very interesting. We have Klaus. If there's any more people who want to submit, now is the time, so that when this is finished, we can get to your track. This is the silent preset, isn't it? The standard silent hour or spire. It's like the first preset in the factory, or I think silent. It's not very Klaus-esque yet, I'm gonna be honest. Normally you have a very well-defined style. Okay, there we are.
إن شاء الله ما نشوف غير الحب والسلام بالعالم العربي والعالم كله.
Nice. It needed a little bit of time to become a real Klaus track, but then once it got there, it was obviously very, very nice. Okay. Do we have more submissions? Do we have more people who still need to post their track? If not, then I'm going to end it here. Then we would have only 3 people submit. Last time it was like 10. Or not. Like 8 last time. Either way, it's still okay. Next week, first of all, the 14th, I'm posting a very, very interesting video on clean sidetrance kick and bass. It's all about the preset that you saw me use also in this challenge. You may have noticed that I didn't clean up my kick and bass, and you may have seen that there's a lot of, that I have this auto bass preset. This is what I'm using nowadays. There's a lot of interesting techniques, what I showed off before with the X-shaper. Here I'm using velocity mapped to this LFO here for some interesting reason. The processing is already incorporated into the waveform, therefore you get less post ringing after that because you control for volume after you do all of your processing. There's more stuff. It normally automatically switches between my normal bassline and my bassline without a sub, so that it doesn't clash with the kick, and I can do my phase alignment. Mind B, I don't think Mind B was participating. Is Mind B participating? Is Mind B even here? I haven't seen him in chat. I mean, he dropped a hello message, but I think that's it. He may just be watching. Also an interesting thing here, this I will show because this is good marketing for the video. If I go an octave up here and I loop this, and we listen kick and bass alone, we go to this equalizer. Equalizer is moving with the key automatically. So that's very, very interesting. All of that is going to be in the video. What else? Next week, Sunday, is going to be feedback stream. And do I need to shout out anything else? I don't think so. If you guys... the masterclass. If you guys didn't know yet, last week I put out a masterclass. If you're interested in the masterclass, there's a link down below, or !masterclass. But that's going to be it for the stream. I'm going to catch the final part of Katowice as well. I see Nicole already spamming CSGO. I'll be watching G2 take home the win, hopefully. At least, I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. Even though Heroic are technically better. But still. Yeah, this is going to be it. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll try to do a few more streams during the week, as I always do, but next Sunday is going to be feedback. You guys can already post feedback stuff in the chat already. But yeah, that's going to be it. See you guys in the next one.